rules of the mind. What is expected tends to be realised. Now, what does that mean? When we create events and we think, I knew that was going to happen. Those are us, those are our brain, our energies creating that incident. What is expected tends to be realised. I can't do that. You're right. Because you've given yourself the belief that you can't. The same as you can. Expectation, realised, you can. How did we know we were going to do that? How did we know we can do that? And that's all about your inner dialogue, how you speak to yourself and change what beliefs are in there that give you a reason that you couldn't. How many people have stood on a stage or spoke at an event and they've absolutely been petrified? I certainly have. My early days of public speaking and certainly singing were not for my for the fun. I knew I could do it, but my belief around delivering it never really was believed in by anyone I wanted it to be believed in by. So I took control back. I went above and beyond and went back to force myself to be happy about it, change my thoughts, because your mind's job is to keep us alive. That's all it's there to do, is to keep us away from pain and to keep us alive. And the pain for me on stage was palatable. I remember standing ready to sing in the Dairy Fesh at 11 years of age, and I knew I could do it, but no one did. That I wanted to believe in me, believed I could do it. I have never felt more lonely, never felt more alone, and certainly not confident in standing on a stage and controlling it. And I wanted the ground to swallow me whole as I walked up the steps to the stage in Londonderry Guildhall. A very prominent stage, a worldwide stage. 11 years of age, and I was dreadful. And you know what? It made me very resilient, because I knew deep down I could do it. But confidence comes from a place of belief. And I found how to do that myself through both self-belief and I suppose now much more with hypnosis. Because I tapped into who I was then and went back to what went wrong, and how I repaired that was making myself my own cheerleader, because no one believed I could do it and didn't really care whether I did or not, and that's okay. That was their choice. But I get to choose now who I am. So, your mind is there to keep us alive, to keep us away from pain. Addiction, for example, is all about moving away from pain. Believe it or not, addiction is about disappearing, moving away towards happier times, being absolutely blotto, out of your mind, gone, is an easier place to live with a lot of people with addiction. It took a lot for me to realise, as someone who's lived with an addict, that it was never about them wanting to kill themselves or die or even harm themselves. It was really about moving away from the pain they were solely in, and they couldn't repair it. So what is expected tends to be realised. So imagine if you expected to have a good day and you sent that intention. You expect to deliver a good speech. You expect to stand up at a meeting and be able to speak with an articulate voice, a confident voice, and know what you're talking about. How do we know? How do we get there? I promise you, in hypnosis, when we tap into the reason why and we get to the root and the cause, we can turn all of that around. What you tell your mind, it believes. It doesn't do sense of humour, doesn't do irony, and don't tell it stupid things like, oh, I'm going to die, because it will do everything to keep you alive, which is where fainting, other bodily issues come up, because your body's going, what did you say, brain? Okay, we're not down, we are down, we're not down, okay, we need to stay alive, we need to stay alive. We'll faint. Easier than standing on that stage. It's easier to do that than speak to someone in a meeting or sing a song. And you know what? Once you get to believing in who you are and changing your thoughts around that, it's extraordinary, because other people's opinion of you doesn't matter. No one cares. Enough. The one person you need to care about is you. So if you're interested in finding out how to get over a fear, a phobia, an addiction, or anxiety, please give me a call. I have huge experience on this, and it is an absolute honour to work with people to help them get over any really rooted issue. Thanks for watching.